Hey, all my brothers and sisters, all my kings and queens. It's your boy Mtuduzi coming back to you out with another video. I have to be careful because the car's parked like this and I put the phone here so it can just roll down. Anyways, today is Tuesday, the 23rd of September, 2025, Martin's Day. Now, shout out the brother, you feel me? As you can see by the topic, before I get into that, it's about, I could say maybe 8 minutes to 6. You know, my time is 5 minutes ahead. As you can see by the topic, women come in the door leaving. This is one, brothers and sisters, mainly the brothers, all my kings, that I had to shoot. Is getting real dark and I don't like shooting when it's dark because you can't see the video properly. I don't have too much time in the light. Anyways, this is a topic that hits home and something I should put you guys on game, because for me, until I understood this, life interacting with women was quite miserable. I won't even lie to y'all. And I'll get into why that was. Let me start here. Shout out Game God Goldie. This is a principle I heard from him, right? Women come in the door leaving. And basically what that means is women, if you talk to a lot of women, they are always the one who leave the men first, right? Women have higher standards, so they are always quick to see if the grass is greener on the other side. Women have more options than the regular man. So, you know what? If she feels like she's not satisfied, she will leave you. So, one thing you must understand, right? And also, women are not, in my perspective, women are not moral. Honor is not a thing that is treasured by them. So what I mean by that, right? Us as a guy, it gives us respect. Forgive me, you feel me? My eye be bugging, but like, it gives us respect from other brothers when we can stick to something. If a brother is married, he's never cheated. You know what I'm saying? When you're just honorable as a brother. But with women, that's not respected, so most don't follow the path. You get your few women here in between where they are virgins, you know what I'm saying? They haven't slept around a lot. So things like that are honorable, but it really doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, it only matters in public eye when they want a wife. When they want a husband, then that's where it really matters, because they have to prove to the certain man that, you know what, I'm someone worth choosing. Anyways, women come in the door leaving. One thing you have to understand, fellas, I don't know who talks like that got me talking like that. Oh, must be Cry. Shout out Cry one time. What you have to understand, right? I'm a believer, firstly. I'm a believer. I'm a virgin. And I say that because my interaction with women, right? I never wanted to come off in a bad way, right? And, I was just listening to Game God and he said something not profound, but he was like, even though he doesn't believe in the Bible, he believes in that principle of do unto others what you would like them to do to you. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that, and I'm a believer, I got touched, because it never seemed like that with women. Women, you can make sure you text them immediately. You can do good for them. You know what I'm saying? You can come out your pocket in terms of money. You can be there for them. But don't ever count on them to reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? It's like women don't operate like that. And that's where it will mess you up as a brother. Because often with good guys, nice guys, more than nice guys, they get it confused because you do all these things for a woman, you're there for her always, but then she doesn't reward you sexually because that is likable, but it doesn't fuel her sexual attraction. And it's the same with us guys, right? You can get a woman who's a virgin, who's very sweet, and you can love that about her, but she doesn't turn you on like a baddie who has a strap, a mini skirt. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where we get it confused as us brothers. We mistake women for being as honorable as us, right? So we give good energy, we do good, and we're surprised when the woman ups and leaves or the woman decides to cheat for no reason. But if you understood that, you know what, women come in the door leaving, it really helps a lot because now that I understand it, let me talk about my perspective. Now that I understand that women come in the door leaving, I don't count on women to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for myself. I'm gonna die alone. I was born alone. Yes, as I sojourn, as I'm on my pilgrimage here on earth, you feel me? I will make connection with brothers. I will interact with certain women. But I'll never, right? Depending on how much she shows it, right? So I'll never be in a bad situation and count on a woman unless I know she's down for me, you feel me? But otherwise, that's the wrong mentality. Women, especially I believe in this day and age, right, with all the attention they are shown, they believe themselves to be what they're not, right? That's why a lot of them accept that they're delusional. Because they really think that they're this when in fact they're not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when, I watched another video of MJ Get Right, and in the beginning he's like, let's keep it a buck, brothers. It's like women these days, they feel like you must bow down. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky to just get a whiff of their attention when they just normal people. Matter of fact, a lot of these girls are average. You know what I'm saying? If it's not for the makeup, everything they put on, most of these girls are average. There are only few pretty women, right? Even though there's a lot of them, most of these women are average. But at the end of the day, they still feel like they're tens. So I say all that to say, when you understand that women come in the door leaving, you understand that women are not loyal to you, they are loyal to their emotions, right? Another thing Casey Zander said, he was like, with women or with men, right? You can put a man with a total complete stranger of a woman and give it about 7 days in that same household. The man will grow feelings, not of liking her, don't get me wrong, but like of, you know what I'm saying, a bond. Whereas with women, it's the opposite. The more time you spend with them, it repels them, you feel me? So you can find that with a woman, you can be dating her and she likes you initially, but the things you say, you know what I'm saying, how you act, slowly decreases her attraction towards you. And then she feels like, you know what, this guy is nice, but he's not the man I want. She ends up leaving. You know, with women, a big thing for them is respect. They want a man that they can respect. It's not all about looks. It's not all about money. it's not all about your game. It's about who you are internally. So, you know what I'm saying? With women, you can date her for months and she can eventually leave you because over time, the things you've said, the weaknesses you've shown, she feels like this is not my ultimate man. And she chooses to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Women are also a big sabotagers of their own happiness. And why I say that is because, you know, it's the classic story as a guy that you like a girl, she doesn't like you, you get on your business, you know what I'm saying, you boss up, only to find that she doubles back, wanting to get with you. Whereas with guys, it doesn't work like that. Like, once you don't like a girl, yeah, she can self-improve, you know, don't get me wrong, but like, an ugly girl to you, right, that you don't want, it doesn't make a difference if she hits the lotto for 50 million. Yes, you'll be with her just to simply use her, but there'll never be that attraction. You can't generate that, right? Whereas with women, she can be like, nah, I don't think this guy's nothing. And then everyone around you is like, yo, man, doozy. You know what I'm saying? 16's the man. Then it slowly changes her perception to where she can even end up falling in love with you. You know what I'm saying? So understand that women come in the door leaving. You know, as a brother, I never wanted to, as I was saying in the beginning, come off as bad with women, right? Like, I always wanted to live in a graceful manner, right? I always wanted that every woman I interact with, it shouldn't end on bad terms. I always wanted to keep the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's a girl, I'll put it like this. There's a girl that, you know, I try to be friends with her. And one of the reasons, right, even though I reached back out, one of the reasons that it's so easy to let go of her, and I'll probably never talk to her again, unless, you know, she puts up, you know what I'm saying, so much effort to where I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying. But she really offended me. And why she offended me is because I really was trying, right? I'm going to go down this path. I was really trying to be her friend. And for me, it was just logical. I was like, okay, we're now interacting. Okay, let me be your friend. And I wasn't even doing the most. But she was like, when we had got to talking and she finally expressed herself, she was like, I'm forcing the friendship, right? Which was the ultimate disrespect. Because I'm like, you know, for me, it wasn't minimal effort, don't get me wrong, but forcing. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it be with women. You just simply trying to, you know what I'm saying, make sure things are nice. You know, also one of the things you must be up on game on is women, they don't like certainty, right? They don't like that when you're attracted to them, right? As a man, that you're like, okay, you know what? I like you. I'm not going to talk to any other girl. I'm just going to talk to you. It's a turn off, right? But logically, that makes sense for you as a guy. Especially as a Christian brother. It's like, okay, I think you are my wife. I'm not going to entertain other women. I'm just going to focus on you. But that repels them, right? So with women, logical is not always the way. It's more emotional. So I say all that to say they come in the door leaving. So right now where I'm at with women is I interact with women, but I don't expect any of them to stay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you think about it, we're supposed to have one wife, right? And there are about 7 billion people on earth, maybe 8 billion. There's more women than men. So let's just say 5 billion a woman. And there's 4 billion. No, wait. I said 8. So yeah. Let's make it 5 billion a woman, 3 billion a men, right? Yes, 5 billion women, 3 billion men. Out of these 5 billion women, you only supposed to be with one woman. So every other girl you interact with, she's not gonna eventually be there forever and ever. And women, they claim that they are friends with you for life, but it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? It's like, think about it, because even as brothers, like, we go through so many changes. It's just hard to be friends with someone for life. Honestly, that's ultimate delusion to me. Anyways, you have to interact with women knowing that they're gonna leave you and probably never speak to you again. How I treat my messages is, at any time this woman can stop talking to me and I'll never reach out to her again, and we'll just never talk. Like, one of the things I tweeted, it was something on the lines of, it's crazy how you get to know so many people and end up never speaking again. That's one of the things you're going to have to get used to, knowing a lot of women, especially if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're getting your approach game up, if you're approaching, let's say 100 women, because that's the advice from Game God, approach 100 women a day. Let's say if you're actually taking that serious and you're really just approaching 100 women. Think about how many women, let's say, for 2 weeks straight, you approached 100 women. That's 14 days, 1,400 women, right, of all kinds. Think about how many women how many women you've come before. It's a whole lot of women, right? Only for you, let's just say, to get 14 serious women, right? Think about it, or like maybe 100 in total. But like, talking to 1.4 women, you're gonna have to get used to knowing women but never speaking to them again. It's also another thing that shocked me about sales. Just the volume you have to do. It's like, so many people, but yet you don't know them. You feel me? But yeah, so you have to get used to knowing a lot of women but never speaking to them again. And that's where I am. Like, I know a lot of women, but I don't, it's not even in my heart to ever speak to you again. It doesn't even matter to me. Like, I feel like you have to get to a point where I'm at a point where the mindset I have is like, even if you die, I don't care. Like, life is gonna go on for me. As long as I know that, okay, it's all about me, my relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Then the rest. You know what I'm saying? You can die. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. You have to get used to that. You have to get used to women leaving you, right? Women, they leave for every reason in the book. They can leave you, right? They can leave you to test you, right? They can leave you because they think there's a better man. You just have to get used to not attaching yourself to a woman. I think this is one of the most important points that I had to learn. I don't attach myself to women. Like, I used to want to be in a woman's life. I used to, what confused me as a brother who's a Christian, right? It's like, I'm like, okay, firstly, it doesn't work like this, but like, okay, we all believers, right? The Bible commands us to love each other. And that's why I don't think women are honorable like men. I honestly don't. Like, I don't think there's one honorable woman. Might be, but my mindset is there's not. Because we're supposed to love each other, right? So that means on Instagram, let's just say Instagram, every woman, every brother you come across that's a believer, if they follow you, you follow them back, right? Now, that's not the case, and I don't judge brothers for doing that, as well as I don't do that myself, right? But that's what I thought. And I was especially confused when I knew a woman in real life. Then I find her on social media. I go to follow her. We're both believers. She doesn't follow back. I always got confused. I was like, aren't we supposed to love each other? You know what I'm saying? It's like, being a man of, I won't say a man of God, being a believer, right? And I can't say man of God, but being a believer, being a child of God and a man of God, it only makes sense for you to be friends with women because you're not supposed to want anything more. You're not gonna sleep with them. So now when you get pushed back, when they're acting funny, when you're trying to, establish a friendship, that's where you get confused because you're like, what the hell? So like I've learned to not need, or I mean want, you can want, but like not need any connection. I can meet a girl, I'll try and interact. If she's not feeling it, let's never talk to each other. My bad. Let's never talk to each other again. Women, you must understand, they play a lot of mind games. They're very deceiving, very on the low. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you just have to not get attached to women. Like, and it's much easier when you don't want to sleep with women, because when you do, and I come across some girls, like there's this one girl at my job. She doesn't work with me, but she's around, and her body is like, whew, that body is crazy. It's like a slim, thick, fat ass, you know what I'm saying? To give you guys information, right? TMI, but it's like, I don't know why I'm not attracted to her as I could be, right? Because she has like a fabulous body. But like, that's where women get their power, because if I had wanted to sleep with her, I'd be coming forward whereas she's in the leverage position. So she's like, okay, that's when they start demanding stuff. My bad. What can I get from him? What will he do? You know what I'm saying? And I've also been in this position. Now that I don't chase women, I'm an attractive brother, right? So always when I'm in the position where a girl comes up to me, a girl is liking me, I'm always on some, okay, I don't need her for anything. Let's interact. What's going on? If she does anything funny, okay, let's never talk again. Like, you have to learn to be alone. You have to love to be alone, and not love to be alone, but never need anyone, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? It's great to have brotherhoods. It's great to have women you're close with, but never need anyone. Feel me? But yeah, I just understand women come in the door leaving. Like, women can like you and turn around and not like you. And you have to be okay with that. Women can talk to you and end up not talking to you. Women can sleep with you a couple times and then just never speak to you again. But I think one of the things that really gets to brothers, right, is because women are deceiving, their words will deceive you, right? So there's a girl, I ended up blocking her. She was playing games. And my conclusion, right, like when I really look at it in my perspective, when I analyze the situation, I think, right, because I'm so attractive and I had already put that out there to her. So she from the beginning wanted the leverage. She from the beginning wanted to level the playing field because, you know what I'm saying? She felt like I had power. So that's what I experienced. A whole lot of resistance, just weirdness, and we're only friends, right? One of the things she said is, yeah, she believes in friendships for life. Now I'm at that, like if I had believed her words, I would have been trying to mend the friendship. But because I don't look at words, but I look at actions and I see her BS and everything, it's like I blocked her. I plan on never speaking to her again. Unless she reaches out, like if she really reaches out. Yeah, we can make it work. But like I'm never gonna speak to her again. But if I had believed her words, that she's like, I believe in friendships for life, I was gonna get so confused because I'm like, you said that, yet you're doing all this BS. I saw a video of a brother. It's on Instagram. It's a white brother and a black brother, right? They're in the car. the black brother's filming the white brother. He's driving, right? The white brother's driving, and he's on some, you know what? She said she's never gonna leave. She just broke up with me. She said she's never going anywhere. Then, you know, foot on the brake. Foot on the accelerate. He's like, no, I'm killing myself. But I think whether that video is fake or not, where that emotion came from is she said she's never gonna leave you. Oh, she said that, oh no, we're friends. You know what I'm saying? She said that we should meet out. You should meet up. She said that, here's my number, text me, we'll make plans. And then she just ends up not texting back. So that's what gets brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but once you understand, women come in the door leaving, right? You don't expect a woman to stay. And if she does, hey, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Also, another thing is, if for me, like, yes, it might sound horrible, but like, if you understand women aren't honorable, you won't trust their words. Like, there's a girl, right? But she's a little bit older than me. She's married, works around my workplace. I had asked her to buy me this chain. It must be months now, right? This chain, you won't see it properly, but like, I saw this chain, it's cheap, you know what I'm saying? I asked her to buy me. She's like, oh yeah, I'm just getting, I don't know what she said. I'm sorting out this, don't worry, I'll buy it for you. Till this day, she hasn't bought it. But you know what? I don't hold it against her, because firstly, she is married. And secondly, at the end of the day, I don't trust women to be honorable. Also, knowing her, she's so attractive, right? Like, one of the, you know, she's I'd argue first place attractive in the workspace, right? So she gets so much attention. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand that she's never been held. I won't say held to her word, but like, because brothers would want to sleep with her and she has a husband, it's like, I understand her not needing to honor her word. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, if you just understand me, like, I'll leave it at that. If I had trusted, you know, there's the girl I'm speaking about that said friends for life. When I had hit her back up because we weren't talking, she's like, yeah, I don't mind being a friend. If I had trusted her words, I would have been confused when she wasn't texting back. But, you know, look at the actions, baby. All these women, man. You know, that first girl that said, I forced the friendship. I remember, and this just came out of nowhere. I remember during, like, when I was still trying to be her friend, which is a major mistake. Like, let things be. Don't, and this will confuse you as a brother. Like, you probably have to go through it. But like, when I was still trying to be her friend, right? There's a day I commented on like a post she posted, and then I was like I made like a comment on something she had told me. Then she got angry because the comment was wrong, which I feel like was right. Anyways, right, a small thing. Then she was giving me that resistance. Then I remember sending the voice note on some, you know what, I'm not gonna force this. If you don't feel like, something on the lines of like, if you don't feel like, like, I'm not forcing to be your friend. I feel like now it's muddy. I don't know what's breaking, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna force. Then she sent a voice note back on something like, nah, I feel like God is definitely, you know what I'm saying, pointing me in your direction. Or God is saying that this is a genuine, or like that you're genuine in this type of way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously my words are not her words, but something like that. So if I had trusted her words, I would have got confused because later she went on to say I was forcing the friendship, right? Funny thing also as well is like this specific girl, and like a good thing, I wanted to never talk about her again because in my mind it feels like I'm still hanging on and I want to move on. I've already moved on. I know I've got bigger and better things. But like, I want to talk about this because I've moved on, right? It's easier to talk about because now it's like, I wish you well, all the best. But like, I remember we had went on, it's not a date, but like we had went out just before she had said, if God is saying I shouldn't be your friend in this season, it should be. Let it be. Something like that, right? Her body language was saying everything is good. Her words were saying something else. So, look at actions. Look at body language. If I had honestly, I'm telling you, there would have been a different response if I had just trusted her body language on some, even though she's saying that, no, I'd be good, had went home and just given her space. I swear, like I could have been friends with her still today. But I'm not one of those who dwells on the past, things that they can't change. I'm happy things turned out the way they did because I'm on much game now. But like, yeah, it's like women come in the door leaving. So now that I understand this, every woman I interact with, you know what I'm saying? I understand that she could leave. And if she doesn't want to leave, I mean, I guess that's the wife, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, and you'll be surprised. Like, every woman comes in the door leaving. It's like, even your wife, you can't trust that she's going to stay with you, Hopefully she will. And that for me, at the end of the day, I feel like you should just trust that God is going to judge her. Because you'll be confused as a brother who you're being faithful to the marriage and she ends up leaving you. You have to just trust that, what, God said we shouldn't do this because I also had the chance to. God's going to judge her. Let her move on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, don't even trust your wife to be there forever. Like, with me being an attractive brother, I believe, I know, I can say, you know what I'm saying? I've had married women showing me choosing signs. And firstly, it confused me. But like, after upping my knowledge and also the knowledge on some women are forever generating backup options. Us men are not like women. We don't get into relationships, but keep a couple women on the side on some. If I ever break up with my girl, that's the girl I'm going to be with. Women do that, you know what I'm saying? And you'll never know about it. It is what it is. Learn this lesson. Women come in the door leaving. I've said a lot. It's your boy Mduduzi. I'm out. Peace.